Don't rush into buying a new truck just yet. Waiting a little could really pay off. This isn't about hyping one truck maker or pushing a single lineup. The whole market is about to shift in 2027, and every segment has something big in the pipeline. We went through everything that's coming, filtered out the noise, and ranked the top 10 new trucks worth waiting for in 2027. Let's dive into it. Join us as we explore the world of wheels. Subscribe now and buckle up for the adventure. Number 10. 2027 Kia Tasman. We can't ignore this one, even if expectations are all over the place. Kia is still a rookie in the truck world, although they had a solid debut in Australia and a few other markets. Now it's stepping onto a much bigger stage, and that's always tricky. The biggest question sits under the hood. The diesel that made noise overseas won't cut it here, despite the recent emission rule adjustments. Buyers in this segment want strong towing numbers, smooth daily driving, and a powertrain that doesn't feel like an experiment. On the plus side, the styling works. That boxy shape has attitude, and it doesn't blend into the crowd. In a parking lot full of look-like midsizers, the 2027 Tasman would stand out immediately. That alone will attract attention, but Kia still needs the mechanical side to match the bold design. Number 9. 2027 Ford Super Duty 8-liter PowerStroke. This one sounds massive. The blue oval is preparing another monster option for the Super Duty lineup. Around 650 horsepower, roughly 1,400 pound-feet of torque, and towing capacity above 40,000 pounds. Those are wild numbers from the new package, even for heavy-duty standards. Still, there's a catch. Not many buyers chase the high-output version of the current 6.7 PowerStroke. Most truckers simply don't need that level of muscle. Once you add the price jump, the audience gets even smaller. So, this kind of engine is more about bragging rights and extreme workloads than everyday hauling. For a handful of buyers, it will be perfect. For everyone else, it might feel like overkill, but still worth a place on this list. Number 8. 2027 Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra. Next-gen half-ton trucks always build hype, and this pair is no exception. There's already talk about major investment in brand-new V8 engines, which is exactly what many fans wanted to hear. Test mules are out, and expectations are climbing. But there's some baggage here. Over the past decade, engine and transmission issues hurt the reputation of Silverado and Sierra half-tonners. That doesn't disappear overnight. It takes time, consistency, and a few solid model years to win buyers back. And if GM keeps DFM, skepticism will stick around. That system caused plenty of headaches, and many owners still don't trust it. Even so, we're talking about one of the biggest nameplates in the best-selling segment. When Silverado and Sierra change, the whole market pays attention. Number 7. 2027 Ram Dakota. Unlike Silverado, which is trying to rebuild confidence, the new Dakota walks into the midsize segment as a fresh start. Forget the old truck. This one shares nothing with it except the name, and even the brand identity has changed since the original left the scene. That actually adds more excitement. A clean sheet pickup means new platform, new engines, and a chance to target the segment without legacy compromises. The midsize class is hot right now, and Ram clearly wants a piece of it. Details are still limited. For now, the comeback itself is the only official confirmation, but sometimes that's enough to spark interest. A new Ram midsizer has been rumored for years, and now it finally feels real. Number 6. 2027 Honda Ridgeline. Some people still argue this isn't a real truck because it doesn't ride on a ladder frame. But unibody pickups are gaining traction, especially after the success of the Ford Maverick. That shift pushed Honda to finally move forward with a proper redesign. The next-gen 2027 Ridgeline is expected to show up with a totally fresh look. The styling should borrow cues from the Passport, with that boxier, more rugged vibe fans have been asking for. The current truck feels a bit too soft, and this change gives it more presence without losing its everyday comfort. Hybrid tech is also joining the lineup to fix the efficiency as one of Ridgeline's weak spots. That would make it even more appealing as a daily driver. Still, the 2027 Ridgeline remains a unibody utility vehicle. No matter how sharp it looks, old-school truckers who need serious towing and heavy-duty work will still lean toward body-on-frame rigs. Number 5. 2027 Ford Ranger Super Duty. We're entering the top half, and from here things get serious. The first one is a mid-size pickup that could tow 10,000 pounds. That's a big deal. American truckers have been watching this version in Australia with a bit of jealousy, and Ford has a strong reason to bring it over. The Ranger hasn't built the same reputation in the US as other Ford trucks that dominate their segments. The Super Duty version could change that quickly with its monstrous towing capacity for a midsizer. The big question is the powertrain. The Australian diesel won't carry over as is, and Ford needs something that delivers both torque and reliability. If they manage to hit that 10,000 pound mark in the US spec, the 2027 Ranger could shake up the entire truck market, not only the mid-size class. Number 4. 2027 Ram HD New Cummins. Rumors about a new Cummins engine quieted down recently, but there were too many reports to ignore. It doesn't look like Stellantis dropped the idea. A new 7.2-liter turbo diesel is expected to put pressure on Ford, and the chatter around an 8-liter PowerStroke suggests the competition is heating up behind the scenes. Cummins may simply be working quietly now, focusing on development instead of headlines. If the new diesel delivers more torque and better efficiency, Ram's heavy-duty lineup gets a serious boost. And there's another twist. Cummins is also rumored to be preparing a gasoline unit. That's unusual, since the brand is known almost entirely for diesel mills, but it actually makes sense. Some buyers still want gas power in heavy-duty trucks, and a purpose-built Cummins engine would definitely grab attention. So at number 4, we're looking at a double feature, a new diesel and a possible gas unit. Big news, but the trucks ahead still raise the bar even higher. Number 3. 2027 Toyota Tundra Heavy Duty. The Japanese truck maker finally looks ready to jump into the serious game. The Tundra Heavy Duty is expected to bring back something many truck fans have been missing in Toyota's lineup, a big V8. Simple, durable, and built for long-haul abuse. But to compete in this class, a diesel option almost feels mandatory. That's where Hino steps in. Toyota's commercial truck division already has experience with heavy-duty oil burners, and this class in the US demands serious torque. While the company already shut down diesel rumors for Tacoma and the regular Tundra, HD trucks need the right tools. Toyota clearly wants to test new ground and challenge Detroit's dominance in the heavy-duty world. It's a bold move, but one that could shake things up if they get the formula right. Number 2. 2027 Nissan Titan. It became obvious pretty quickly that cutting the Titan was a mistake. Yes, redesigning a half-ton truck requires serious investment, but this segment moves huge numbers, and a competitive product pays off fast. After a short pause, the Titan is returning for 2027. The new design should lean heavily on the Warrior concept, which already showed a more aggressive direction. That alone would give the pickup a fresh identity. Under the hood, a V8 is coming back. It's expected to be revised, and recent emission rule changes make that more realistic than it looked a few years ago. There's also a backup plan. A new twin-turbo V6 is an alternative, but with 425 horsepower and 520 pound-feet of torque, it might be the main option for some truckers. That lineup makes the new 2027 Titan more versatile, but the core idea remains the same, a straightforward workhorse with modern muscle. Number 1. 2027 Toyota Hilux Gem. At the top spot, Toyota shows up again, but with something completely different. The compact truck segment is heating up, and the Hilux Champ takes a back-to-basics approach. No oversized screens, no luxury gimmicks, just a tough little pickup built to work. The Hilux Champ is basically an empty canvas. You can turn it into a flatbed, service truck, camper build, delivery rig, whatever you need. That flexibility is the whole point. It's simple, modular, designed for real-world utility. And unlike many compact trucks, this one rides on a proper ladder frame. that gives it durability and payload capability you don't usually see in smaller pickups. For buyers who just want a tough, affordable tool, this could be the most interesting rig arriving in 2027. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you next time.